Welcome back to another episode of
No Filters with
D&M.
Deja and
Marcus.
yeah.
Good luck.
Welcome back.
For this episode, we're gonna take a
are
ball
we?
out.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I was saying before, Dej, it's a wonderful time
To be alive. It's a wonderful time to be
It's
alive.
a lot of things. If you have as a couple, man, there's a lot of things to do. Like my eyes are just opened.
Trying to figure out your coupley life goals.
Yeah.
What you want to do in life?
It's not about
In life. Figure out who your soulmate is.
I think your soulmate could be your friends.
Could your soulmate be your best friend?
Huh?
I mean, it can be. That's true.
Marcus found his soulmate.
Yeah.
You found your soulmate?
Yeah, DeAndre.
Aww. I hope he's watching this right now. Right now.
Right now, live.
Is that a quote?
You-
As
you-
his wife's like, okay, have him. Is that him? Speaking of the
You can
devil.
hear somebody calling him. Talking about him, I should
Was
say.
his ear itching?
Is his ear itching?
Or what is it? Yeah, ear itching, eyeball itching, whatever.
Babe, was your ear itching?
What the fuck?
Was your ear itching? Marcus was just talking about you, saying how he loves you.
No, my butt was itching though, so that makes sense.
That clocks it.
I'll talk to you.
Aww.
That's why he needs to be here. His butt was itching. That's hilarious. That's my movie.
Anyways,
Anyways, that was funny. It says vacations.
vacation.
Vacation, all I ever wanted.
Here we are. What's your next vacation?
This is very interesting. Speaking about vacations,
Uh-oh.
a trending thing. There was 3 girls that went to Colombia. Did you guys see that on TikTok?
No.
There was 3 girls that went to Colombia and almost got basically kidnapped in Colombia. So these 3 girls. Well, it was 3 girls that went out to Colombia.
Okay.
And this is within the 24 hours that they were there. And they had a friend, like a mutual friend that like came out and like met them out there or whatever. She had like her own private car or whatever, went out, hung out with them. So it's 4 girls now. They hung out, and then after a while, one of the girls who's from there, she was like, I don't know if she's from there, but she had her own private car. So she was like, guys, like I'm going back to my resort. They were all I don't know if it was an all-inclusive, but they were all at a resort. And one of them is like, oh, like I'm gonna leave. Like she had a private driver and everything. So she's like, I'm gonna leave, whatever. The other 3 girls were like, no, I'm here to turn up, whatever, stay out. They stayed out. And apparently, like they were saying in Colombia that when you take taxis, like they will kidnap you and stuff like that. And like Ubers are not allowed in Colombia. So weird. But anyways, so they went out. How are they supposed to get back to the resort, right? So there's 2 girls in the back, 1 in the front, right? They're getting ready to go back to the resort. They're going to their resort.
Okay.
So now, you know how you go into an Uber or a taxi, like it showed, like they put in the address and everything in front of you so you see where you're going. They had it in their phones, but the driver didn't put anything in their phone. So he's just driving. So he's literally just driving. So they're like, that's a little weird. Like you're just driving without a GPS. Like that's weird. But they have it in their phone so they could see like where he's going, left and right, whatever. The one in the front notices that he's going like left when he should have been right and like wrong turns basically. So she's like, what is happening? Eventually, the girls in the back, like they're texting each other in a group chat and they're noticing that like this guy's off and weird because they're not going anywhere near the resort. And they're in this like alleyway eventually. And the 2 girls in the front come and eventually attack the driver because the driver literally was like about to grab the one that was sitting in the front. Like it was a whole, I'm probably saying it like really bad and not like missing some details, but it was a whole story about this guy who he was basically trying to capture their phones, grabbing the girls' phones so that they had no type of communication, kicking them out of the freaking car, and all the girls just started like beating on this driver so that they don't die. Like I don't even know if he had a weapon or anything. That's a different story, but I was like, in Colombia that happened, and thank God They were able to get away. It's 3 against 1, so they were able to like attack him and like run away. But they had their cell phones got locked in the car with the guy because the guy ended up driving away. So they had no communication of getting around. They ended up going back to the resort, and they had thank God they brought their iPads to like get back home and like book tickets to literally leave within the next day. Like, how wild is that? Damn. How scary is that?
Yeah, Deja just went full on in. Damn,
I did, yeah, because I saw the video the other day and I was like,
crazy story. No.
And I kept seeing it. I kept seeing like people talking about it, and like I was like,
that's like taking in real life. That's crazy.
So crazy.
I mean, it exists though, but
so wild.
It definitely happens in everywhere.
Almost getting kidnapped. I know. And they say like, be careful when you travel, which anywhere you go, you should be careful. Yeah. But now everybody's like, oh, like, don't go to Colombia.
Yeah, like, I know.
Everybody's like, don't go to Colombia for this reason, that reason, that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one scallywag try to do something.
Which is so...
Bad people exist.
Exactly.
So,
but it's like...
bad people in Colombia, it's bad people in America.
Right. It's scary. It's so scary, but I'm like, these girls were just going out to Colombia to have a good weekend.
Yeah.
And had to cut it short within 24 hours of their lives.
Yeah, you got to be careful. My whole thing is, you know, if you're going to go to a country, you got to go to a resort, stay open in the daytime. I know sometimes like me, I do want to go out and have fun. But
not Costa Rica. We're doing an Airbnb at Costa Rica.
Yeah, we're doing an Airbnb. We're not staying out in a resort.
Okay, that's nice. Airbnbs are fun.
I got them, you know, for the muscle. You know, if I got to fight.
I mean, Airbnbs are fun regardless. But it also depends on where your Airbnb is.
Yeah.
Because, like, if it's in, like, a random spot, then you're like, what? You know what I mean? But if it's around, like, you know, in a good area, then I think you'll, like... But, again, anything can happen in general.
That's what I'm saying. Who knows what's a good area down there? What's a bad area down there? At the end of the day, you know, I could live in a good area, and if I look up, you know, public information where the closest pedophiles are, you know, how far are they from my good area? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I'm trying to say. There's bad people, so don't let that. You know, just be careful for sure.
Yeah.
Just women. Just take care of yourself. Just be mindful that you are women, and you know, you do need to take an extra.
And especially as Black women, yeah. I was like, oh my gosh, like how terrified would I have been?
Yeah.
Completely terrified.
My women of color, be careful.
Yeah, I literally would have been. And they were like brave to be like fighting back and like all that stuff and like attacking him.
She'll whoop his ass.
Because yes, that's ideally, but some women like don't in that, like when you freeze up sometimes. So like there could have been a moment where any of them could have froze up and been like, what do I do?
Oh shit, imagine if they didn't get out the car. And
right, exactly. Like
survival of the fittest.
Right, like they're so brave because I know sometimes I freeze up and things like that. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, how do I move? Like, what is the next, you know? Like, and I know it's really bad.
You know what they say.
But who knows? I've never, thank God, I've never, knock on wood.
Survival of the fittest. If you would have got kidnapped and killed and shipped off, you don't deserve to procreate. You don't need to pass on those. You don't need to pass on those soft ass genetics.
Wow. Yeah. But no, thank God, like I've never been in that situation to like have to do any of that. Because, you know?
Yeah.
Because in real life, maybe I will be like a human ninja. And I don't even know I got it in me, you know?
Maybe. You never know.
I pray that I am.
That's my biggest fear.
I pray that I am.
Getting taken and murdered.
If there's a fire, you're like, oh my God, is there a fire? But I don't know. If your booty's on the line, I think you might be able to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like karate chop somebody, like do something.
Yeah.
Like
I heard though, like when you're in danger, they say to like scream fire or something that can hurt other people because people care more about themselves than they do about helping you.
I believe that.
So like people would react more to like trying to get out of a situation if they think it's like a fire or something like that, rather than help you if you scream for help.
Yeah. I believe that because I think like also people don't know how to, like if you're watching something, I feel like a lot of people don't see something and say something. Like we say it, but like a lot of people don't because they're like, oh, I don't want to be involved or like I don't want anything to do with like such a serious like situation, seeing a situation. I feel like I've heard like that's just how, I don't want to say life is because but a lot of people are like, yeah, see something, say something, but I feel like, I don't want to put a percentage on it, but I do feel like a lot of people in the world will see so many things and then they're like, I just don't want to be involved with that situation. So they like turn the face, which sucks.
Yeah.
So I believe that 100%. Like
no.
fire and something like endangering everybody and not just me. Yeah, I believe that.
I guess as a man, I should be like, do you know this man? And she says, that's her man. I'm minding my business.
Right. But like,
I'm minding my business.
Yeah, exactly. See,
dude,
like you saw something and you could have done something, but
I'm gonna look around. And I'm gonna give everybody the eyes. Like, we're gonna stomp this man out, right? Right? Citizen's arrest.
And what if she's like, what if she's just too scared because she was threatened and she has a gun behind? He has a gun to her behind your back.
Well, guess
what? You can't see it.
I don't have a gun behind my back, so you were gone from the start.
Oh my God,
Marcus! From the start.
Stop,
Marcus. Then at that point you would discreetly call the police or something,
right? Or call somebody.
Keep an eye. Yeah, continue to keep an eye out.
I would hope so.
And then what if she's talking about free Darnell on Facebook the next day because y'all didn't mind your business? Now her baby daddy's in jail.
It's the everybody wanting to mind their own business.
And now she's wondering how she.
It's the New Yorker,
right? It is. No, it's true. That's sad.
I don't know, but yeah, ladies,
because it's like, what do you do?
Okay, you see a man put a great drug in a girl's drink. Are you saying something to her, or are you saying something to him?
I'm drinking the drink.
No, why would you drink the drink?
I get fighty.
Oh my gosh. No. I'm spilling the drink. I'm gonna be like, oh, sorry girl, let me get you a new drink.
And then what if that was her man? I'd be like, yo, she just wasted half my ecstasy pill. Why would she spill the drink? Bust her and then bow, shawty punch you in your mouth.
Oh my God,
wow,
no.
Because you just knocked over her drink for no reason.
No.
I wouldn't spill drink. I would literally say it. Just letting you know he put something in there. If
you want
to continue to drink
it, you gotta say something.
No, I feel like I would discreetly want to spill it.
You know there's something. You know that somebody put something in your drink, right?
Then that still gives him the opportunity to continue to do it.
True.
Because what happens if they're on a date? He goes on a second date. You're not there to help her. No one else is there to help her.
True. Yeah, that's true.
Like you want to let her know.
How do you discreetly say that though?
Just say it. You don't have to discreetly say it. Just say it. He put something in your drink. He put something in your drink, and this is the type of man he is.
Oh God,
I don't know about that. I feel like that's very bold and very, very brave of you.
I'm telling you,
just because you don't know the guy. What if like he comes and like tries to attack you and follows you or something?
I just feel like I would rather live with the consequences of being bold and saying it rather than the consequences of knowing that this girl probably went home and got taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Like, I could not live with that on my conscience. Like, I'd rather be brave and just say it.
Well, we'll see in Costa Rica.
No, we will not see in Costa Rica.
We'll see in Costa Rica.
No, we will not see in Costa Rica.
I'll take one for the team. I'll drink the drink. I'll be like, yo, man, what you put in that, man? What you put in that? Oh, take the drink. What you?
Let me always go out with...
What you put in that drink, man?
As he slouched and his lower lip is literally going like down to the floor because he took some time like
what's your deal, bro?
And then your lip is like, what'd you put? Because you took the drink.
What'd you put in that drink, man? You always scrunch up his face like this, like.
And then the girl's just sitting there, so you just drink her drink.
Well, I'll give her mine.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And then I'll approach the guy, man. What'd you put in that drink, man?
Oh my God.
That want to take the cup and smash it over his head?
Right, exactly. So that's basically the same thing of me just going like, oops, at the bar. Like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
I'm telling you, being the wrong person. Be like, yo, there was a perk. First of all, you spilt the Henny in ginger ale drink.
Okay.
And then he put a perk in it for his shawty for later. And you just wasted, I want to say about $30.
But why if that's your girl, why do you need to be so secret about it? Why can't you just do that with you guys together? Like, why are you putting it in her drink? And she wasn't even looking. Like, why are you being so?
Maybe because he's responsible for getting her drinks and she was minding her business, talking to whoever.
No, there's no excuse. Right, disregard him. No excuse. No excuse.
What if she said no? I didn't know there was something in my drink. Thanks for telling me.
Yeah, then that's when we
spill the drink.
We tell the bar. No, you don't spill the fucking drink. You tell the bartender.
I don't understand why you can't spill the drink.
Because you tell the bartender so you can get a fresh drink. You don't want to fucking spill your drink. But oh, can I get a new one because I spilled it? You can be like, yo, somebody listen, bro. I saw somebody put something in this drink. Can you spill this out and get her a fresh one? That's why you don't spill the drink. Stop spilling niggas' drinks. The fuck is wrong with her, bro?
I don't understand why you care.
What's wrong with
I don't
bro?
understand
What's
why
wrong
you
with bro?
care. I don't understand why you care. I literally don't understand.
She's so honed in, right? She's so honed in on spilling the fucking drink.
I don't understand why you cannot. I don't understand why you cannot. I literally do not understand why you can't. Like,
slapping the bev off the fucking.
I don't understand.
Yo.
Why? Because but it's still gonna get going down the drain.
You slap somebody drink and somebody slap you. I promise you, I'm not helping you. I swear, from now moving on, if you ever spill somebody's drink and they slap you, I promise I'm not helping you.
No.
I told you here on episode 8, hopefully, okay, stop spilling people's drinks.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if it was an accident, if it was an accident, then that's fine. Just be like, whoops, sorry, let me get you a new drink. And I'll buy you a new drink. I'll buy the girl a new drink. That's fine. I think that's valid. Like, that's not valid?
You don't need to be a hero and also waste more money. That's not...
What money am I wasting, though?
You are buying a stranger a drink. You don't have to.
Okay, well, I would.
You was good enough. Like, you was a hero enough.
By accident, sorry.
Now you saved a life.
I mean, listen,
you
don't have to tell me twice.
That's too much.
Okay, you're right.
No
so
good
I won't
deed
buy her
goes
the
unpunished.
Drink. I won't buy her the drink.
You're doing too much.
I won't buy her the drink then.
Okay.
That's fine.
Right. You tell the bartender she needs a fresh one. Somebody put some shit in her shit.
Yeah. Oh, true. Yeah. I would go to the bartender. You're right.
How about we do that? How about we drink? How about we order a drink, half the drink, and then we give it back and be like, oh, somebody poured something in this, so we get another drink.
So you mean like try that at a bar?
A drink and a half for the price of one drink.
I mean, depending on where you go, that might work.
I'm annoying.
You are. You're very annoying. But depending on where you go, that might work. On a vacation.
Oh my God, on vacation.
That might work. You never know.
We're going to go to Costa Rica. We're going to have fun. And you're not going to get kidnapped. Right. And we won't have to fight for your booty.
Right. And everybody's going to be fine.
It'll be fine.
And any trip that you go on, just be safe with your vacations. Yeah, but that's that.
So now, actually, speaking of this, how do you feel comfortable about taking a solo trip? And not your fake ass solo trip, a real solo trip.
My fake ass solo trip, he says.
Yeah, your version of a solo trip.
What's my version of a solo trip?
We should do a suspect thing. Really, like, suspect goes on solo trips, but they're not really solo trips. They're just without her inner circle. Oh. She's like, I'm going to Bali by myself. Well, I'm going with a group. It's like, nigga, that is not a solo trip. You went with a group.
Oh, yeah.
An actual solo trip. You are touched down and you're by yourself.
Yes.
Are you eventually ever going to do that?
Yes. I did the one in California. We spoke about that before. Oh, yes, we had another. That was in the California one. But no, I would still do
more about leaving country.
Leaving the country by myself. I don't know if I would do it.
It would have to be in like an English-speaking country or a Spanish-speaking country where I understand things.
Well, yeah, for you, yeah. I don't speak Spanish, so mine would have to be English automatically. But
I can go to Italy by myself. I feel fine.
Italy?
Yeah, I feel like I can go to
Italy but you're different. Myself. You're a man.
True.
Oh, true.
True.
Like you have I feel like you have like a sense of safety.
Yeah.
I would do like Spain by myself, like a solo trip.
I feel like that's where you would get caught.
Yeah, I would do somewhere in Europe as well by myself. I would do Europe by myself as well. I actually heard that Europe was actually a good one.
Yeah. You know what? I think like Germany would be a really safe place to go.
My mom's friend's
daughter. I low-key got a fan out there. I want to go see her.
Germany?
Yeah.
Japan's a really safe place.
Not a fan, huh?
Japan's a really safe place.
Yeah, is it? Vacations and being safe on your vacations. Traveling safe, whether you're with solo or with friends. Just be alert. You should just be alert on everything.
And don't listen to Marcus.
Let's just
tell you, I'm not talking out of my bird.
We're gonna do
the disclaimer.
I was losing my train of thought. The disclaimer here, because I don't know. I can neither confirm nor deny
Japan
that
or Italy,
stuff.
I would go to by myself. That's my word of advice.
Okay.
Take a solo trip. And mine is gonna be Japan. I'm not gonna go to Japan by myself though.
Yeah.
It's gotta be with friends. You gotta experience that way.
I know some things you really want to experience with friends. Yeah, I agree. My mom's friend's daughter went to Iceland by herself. Okay. And I don't really like the cold, but
I think those are so hot.
What?
Those girls when they go to like Alaska or whatever, and they take
yes,
pictures. And they take
yes, low key. I want to do that though. Like,
with your Nalgis.
Oh no, not like
with her Nalgas all out.
Well, they have like the pool, the heated pool, and you walk in with your bathing suit, but it's like snowing outside. You don't want to do that? I want to try it. I would try that by myself. I mean, ideally it would be fun with friends, but like that's somewhere I would try by myself.
can do Iceland.
I think
Iceland.
I would always want.
I feel like that'd be fun.
I feel like hard is about a solo trip. I'm like, okay, I could take the solo trip, or Cookie and DeAndre could come with me, and I could have that much more fun. Or like if we planned a trip together, like all of us, like how much more fun that would be.
No, I agree.
Rather than being by myself, like I'm always gonna have way more fun with all of you.
The trio. No, yeah. I agree, but sometimes like
we do need to take a trip. We need to save it 2026 and take like a small cruise.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like group travel trips are very fun, but like sometimes it's like, oh yeah, like the idea of having Cookie and DeAndre come is great, but like they can't come that month. So, and that's the month that you want to go. So what you want to do? Wait on them or go by yourself? Mm-hmm. It's like that. Sometimes that like, you know, like, cause it doesn't fit.
I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Ideally that's nice, but sometimes it's like kind of hard with scheduling and like, especially as we're getting older, we all have our own lives.
It's not that difficult. All you got to do is find out.
Not that he cares or anything. But
it's not that difficult.
They're in a different stage of their lives.
Certain people.
Who am I to keep him away from his soulmate?
Yeah. Oh, true.
Deja.
Right. We did talk about that.
All I'm trying to say is, boom, you know your friend's schedules. Everybody except him works on the weekends. You're off on the weekends. Everybody's off on the weekends. Melanie's off on the weekends. You're off on the weekends. I'm off on the weekends. Everybody's off on the weekends. Good. Yeah. Boom. Okay, but you know, me and Quincy have certain days that we can take off. So it would have to be during those spring break. We have them at the same time. Okay, fine. And then all you would have to do is just see the earliest we can do. So you're like, all right, spring break.
It sounds so easy. It sounds so easy the way that he's saying it.
During DeAndre's birthday, everybody's taking off. I'm not going to say the exact birthday, but from like June 11th to like, let's just hypothetically say to the 18th, we are taking this fucking cruise next year. Whenever the earliest you're allowed to take off, because there was only my job, there's only so much, in advance you can take off. Mm-hmm. So as soon as that creeps up, you can be like, yo, and I know not to expose my boy, but I know with him and his job, like DeAndre's like, ha.
Right.
I need my break.
Right.
And that's it. He don't got to fight. He don't got to wait for a yes or a no. Like, yes, he does have to get it approved. But
if there is anybody who's watching this and they travel a group travel, because he has not. So it sounds so easy. But ideally, it's very difficult. It's very difficult.
Fair enough.
Because he has never done one. So it sounds like a very nice fairy tale. Everybody's schedule matches up. They get the days off. Their jobs are great and dandy.
Everybody went to DeAndre's wedding. Oh, everybody got off though.
No. We did that. One, it was a special occasion.
Who gives a fuck? Your job needs to know that.
No, people care about that stuff. When it's a special occasion, people put that down and mark it down. And also, we knew 2 years in advance. That's different. We knew 2 years in advance. Like, hey, this is the date.
You can plan a vacation. I know right now we can go on the cruise line and plan a trip for 2028.
I'm telling you, it's difficult.
I planned Costa Rica.
It sounds really...
I mean, it's us three plus Matt.
Right. It's just you guys. It's not like... But not that that's not a group trip, but...
But that was kind of last minute, though. That was like what we said like 2 months ago or some shit, and we just all bought our tickets. Like it was like okay, again, they already had their trips and stuff. So I'm talking about all right, next year in 2026, what trips do you have planned? Y'all don't have shit planned.
I might in my family.
I might,
because milestone birthdays are coming up in my family. So next year, so I might.
So, but those fucking days, Deja. So you have to work those. All right. So during April 11th through the 15th of next year, when we have spring break, is anybody's birthday from the 11th April 11th.
I mean, if
to
we're
the
being
16th.
serious and actually planning right now live.
Yeah. Yes, play a game. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Who has a birthday in your family that's turning 50 that from April 11th to the 15th?
Well, it's not a milestone, but my mom's birthday is April.
In April what?
Are we shouting out?
Oh, fuck.
Are we shouting out
okay.
dates?
Can it be from April 11th to the 18th?
Are we shouting out dates?
Are we doing 11th to 18th? You can't do it.
Oh, no. Then, okay, that date.
Thank you. And that's usually when spring break is.
Fine.
Thank you. Boom. That's when spring break is. 2026, April 11th of 2026. Who's got anything planned?
But we also
Boom. We can buy a fucking cruise ticket right then and there.
Okay. Wow. We also say all of this stuff, right? And we're like, yeah, let's play it. Let's plan it. No, I think it's different for DeAndre's wedding.
You're like, people do care. Does your job need to know? Oh, I need to see wedding photos.
No,
like, I have an
they
important
don't.
event.
But no, that's different with jobs. I think it's like the people in itself, because like special occasions, anybody's gonna want. Not anybody, but a lot of people do go out for special occasions. But when you're just like, oh, it's just some group trip. Not everybody's down for a group trip. Some people are just like, oh, okay, cool.
Who's the people?
And let them just like plan it. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? Like your friends?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, I'm not saying that you don't put, like, Cookie's thing wasn't just, like, their wedding wasn't just a group trip. It wasn't just a friendship. It was a celebration of love. And we all went out for that celebration of love.
You need new friends.
You know what I mean?
I need new friends.
And also,
no?
Financially, April, am I going to have it all for that? That's another thing. Yes.
You're fucking 30.
Well, she raised her hand.
Get your fucking shit together. You're fucking 30.
I'm here for it. Yes.
When you plan with me, everything's going to be paid for like 2 years in advance.
Yeah.
I'm a great planner. So I feel like I have to plan a trip with you.
He just buys this shit and you just sling her the dough.
Yeah. Well, you know what it also is too? Like,
how much we owe you for the Airbnb?
With our group, a lot of it, but even before Cookie, who was doing all the planning? And he planned nothing.
That's fair enough.
And came on no trips.
But my job to be
this one to
versatile.
Talk about planning trips right now is wild.
Yo, I'm planning trips.
And then he's talking about get your stuff together at 30.
Yeah, get your stuff together. Get your shit together.
Just now, and what?
Yeah.
What? Like somebody explain. Are you doing the girl math? Do the girl math. Somebody do the girl math.
Let me do the boy math.
Do the girl math, because I don't get it. Don't get it.
We
don't get it.
This is why we poop on you, because somebody was comfortably living at home while the rest of us are forced to get rent checks and mortgages. Okay,
and see,
that's what
here's
the case
the thing. Is. And see, here's the thing. Next year, where am I going to be next year? Who knows? I may be paying a mortgage. I may be paying rent. I may be doing all that stuff. So this cruise is going to be a pass, because I'm going to have that stage in my life. You know what I mean? Or maybe somebody gets pregnant. Or maybe somebody gets pregnant. Or maybe somebody else gets married and he thinks I'm going to drop everything for his cruise. Because I'm financially not there at the moment.
Who's getting married in less than a year? You're going to get an invitation for a wedding?
My friend actually did. Do you remember? I'm not going to say her name, but we did have a wedding and all of you guys were there. And less than 3 months, she planned a wedding. And you were there. So don't tell me that BS right now. Do not tell me that BS right now. Feel it in.
All right. All right. So.
But, okay. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is.
Yes.
I'm trying to plan a vacation with her. And you know what? You see how she's being so negative? See, this
I'm not being negative. I'm not being negative.
I tried to plan a vacation.
I get what you're saying, Deja, where things can happen and things can change last minute, that you might not be in the same space when you plan the trip. But my thing is, if you plan a trip, wouldn't the trip already be paid for? It's not like last minute where you're going to be doing the cruise and you're paying for the cruise like the week before.
Yes.
You pay a person every month. You like,
so
just paid off.
Good point. I need new friends because my friends are last minute people. So I need new friends. Let's talk about that. Next episode.
I was broke.
On next episode. Let's talk about on the next episode. We need new friends because
I was
my
broke.
friends
this
are very
vacation,
last minute.
I paid for my flight. My flight was bought.
My friends are very last minute.
I now have the resources, the time, the money. I could go
today. Before
I was broke.
Right, exactly.
I was paying rent. I had no dough.
The younger Marcus is full of BS, talking like he had this mindset back then.
How hard
because
can it be?
Because he did not come on one trip.
I only see one person. We'll see when we get there.
Marcus's mindset changed after Mexico.
Right. Definitely, 1,000%. Last year, Mexico, this man's mind has changed. Yo, he's like, I'm trying to be out in the streets now, and I got money.
We're best friends.
Big money, Marcus. Big money, Marcus. Okay,
no, actually, that's a lie. It changed when we did Hershey.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it was? You know what it really was? It was when we were in that hot tub and it was snowing. And we were
no, that's not Hershey.
It wasn't Hershey. It was PA. But no, that's what it was. I was like, bro, we need to do this every year. It wasn't just it was Hershey. Hershey started it.
Hershey, when we were at that restaurant, when we ordered a whole bunch of stuff and we're like beer and all of that. I feel like that's when your mind.
Oh, trust me, that initiated the flame. I'm telling you, that's when you saw at the bottom. Okay, so there's a pit, all right, of my vacation fire.
Okay.
That definitely started that initial flame.
We went to Hershey. It was just me, DeAndre, and Marcus.
Okay.
We went to Hershey. I don't know for what, just cause.
It's cause that's DeAndre's thing.
And that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then later that night, I think you paid for DeAndre and my tickets. So then when we went out to dinner, I just paid for the dinner.
DeAndre paid for the hotel.
DeAndre paid for the hotel, and I just paid for the dinner. We just got a bunch of pizza and we were fucking wasted. We were taking shots. We were drinking little beers and shit. That was crazy. Back to the hotel. We were calm. That was hilarious.
In the pool. We went to the pool too.
Went to the pool. This
is where I say he's also talking BS because again, all these travels that he did, what did he plan? Got it. Bullseye.
It can't be this hard. It can't be this hard.
Right there.
I'm gonna plan our cruise.
Right. When you plan it, let's go.
2026.
Right, let's go. Then let's go. Let's get it popping. I'm here.
For my birthday, we're gonna go.
I wanted to plan for DeAndre. I know the guys trip that you guys wanted to do, the running of the bulls.
Costa Rica?
No, Spain for the running of the bulls. Or was that him and Sly?
No, it was all of us with Denzel.
I wanted to plan that for you guys.
That'd be nice. I don't know if they can run like they used to. My voice just cracked.
But
I don't know if they can run like they used to. I hope so.
Vacations.
That
stay safe, guys. Just stay safe on your vacations.
I'm gonna plan a vacation,
and he's gonna plan one.
She's gonna fuck up. I'm gonna be like, I know. I said these dates. Okay. Everybody, whenever you can take off the earliest as possible, take off during these dates. They're gonna be like, oh, and those are the niggas.
He don't know how I get down with a good trip because I'll take off. Once I know, I will be there.
Nice tan.
Trust me, I will be there. Once I know of a good trip, and I'm down. I'm down.
I'm telling you, as soon as I get hired, I know when I have to be back to school. I gotta watch my birthday. DeAndre's birthday is always safe, but I don't know if I'm gonna teach middle school. We're wrapping it up.
Yeah, before he tells everybody all his schedule, his schedule.
We'll say.
So yes, stay safe, guys, on all your trips, your travels. 2025, 2026, whenever you take those trips. Create memories with your friends. Group trips, solo trips. Don't be afraid to take a solo trip.
I'm going to say don't be afraid of those flyover states. Everybody in America, just don't call those flyover states. Go to Montana, go to Nashville, Tennessee. Go hit up those places. See what other people don't see. You don't always got to go to DR and a lot of islands.
The common ones. That's true. That's a good one.
On that note, take care, be well, and go fuck yourself.